Order up!
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Aura Podcast. Of course, I'm Terry Williams. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode and hanging out with me. So, this episode, I'm talking about the brand new Space Jam movie, Space Jam: New Legacy. The reason why I want to talk about it because they actually finally released their first trailer. It was the first trailer we've seen. We've seen like screenshots and stuff like that. And of course, it stars LeBron, and it's kind of getting weird mixed reviews. And some people are excited about it, some people aren't really excited about it. Some people say it's gonna be trash and all this stuff. I'm personally excited about it just for the fact that there's no way in hell we thought we were getting another Space Jam movie, regardless of how old you are. Like, that's kind of the one thing. Because the original Space Jam came out in 1996. It is 2021. So it's been 25 years in between Space Jams, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. And so there's no way we're going to get a new Space Jam, or no one predicted that. I didn't. I remember when LeBron first said he was going to do it a few years ago, everybody kind of was like, oh, well, whatever. And nothing really materialized from it. Then, of course, they started showing screenshots and pictures. They show like the jersey for the Toon Squad. With the first trailer that they just released, we get a little bit of the story. So it's just kind of a brief overview of the story. LeBron James' son gets captured and taken into pretty much the Toon World. LeBron goes after him. Don Cheadle is playing the main villain or the main antagonist. I forget his name, but then they're gonna have a game. Winner gets his son. Okay. So the plot's probably not gonna be super, intense. I mean, the plot for the first Space Jam was pretty similar for the most part. It didn't involve Michael Jordan's kids. The first Space Jam, Michael Jordan got, or no, like the aliens or the Toon Squad was beating the aliens, and the aliens got mad and ended up stealing other like real world NBA players' skills. The Toon Squad needed help, and they ended up dragging Michael Jordan into the Toon World. So the first movie probably has a better plot in theory, but in terms of how it looks and stuff, I'm excited. Someone in YouTube comments called it LeBron. No, it's called Ready Player LeBron, because if you look at it, it looks a lot like Ready Player One. Like, even they borrowed some of the assets from Ready Player One. Because one thing I was really excited about in the trailer was all the characters were. It wasn't just Toon Squad, like people from like Looney Tunes. It was the Iron Giant. It was King Kong. I think there was like a Game of Thrones reference. There was the Mystery Machine, so Scooby Doo. There was Space Ghost Coast to Coast. There was Fred Flintstone, and all some of those characters. So there's like a lot of little Easter eggs throughout the trailer of other properties that WB and HBO has, which I thought was kind of cool. And like some of their like references, they do like the reference to the D-Wade alley-oop to LeBron when they were with Miami. Lola throws up to LeBron. They have like a little reference to that. I thought was kind of cool. Also, there was like a lot of weird stuff with Lola because they kind of toned her down a lot. Because in the first Space Jam, she was, a little more overly sexualized. I mean, think about during that time we had this Karab and stuff like that. So Lola was like a little over sexualized a little bit, and they kind of just toned her down, made her just hoop. She just looks like she hoops, like nothing that serious. But a lot of people were like, "Oh, she doesn't have her curves, and she don't have this, and she don't have that." But I think it revealed a lot of people's real world kinks. Just saying, like it ain't that serious. Like, I didn't care. I was like, oh, okay, as long as she's in the movie, that matters more. Like if she wasn't in the movie, it'd be kind of weird because she was a very integral part of the team. So yeah, I'm like, I like the look. Like I like how when he goes into the Toon World, he's like a cartoon version of himself. Then during when they get ready to have the game, he kind of looks more like himself. It's kind of like this interesting where he's not real world. He's kind of like he has like this sheen to him, so he's kind of like 5D-ish. Yeah, if you ever seen Ready Player One, it looks just like how players look in the Oasis, like how their character models are in the Oasis. Look at Ready Player One and look at the trailer to Space Jam: New Legacy. I think they borrowed some of that art style, which works for me. Like I'm okay with that. Make the tune, kind of make the Looney Tunes characters up-resed a little bit. Because when we're gonna look at exactly like the first Space Jam, come on, that was 25 years ago. Technology has improved in 25 years, and so yeah, I don't think the story's gonna be that great, but I think it's gonna be more about the references and just maybe they'll do some other little fun things. I'm curious to see what they do, especially like the Tom and Jerry movie just came out not too long ago, so maybe there's a Tom and Jerry reference somewhere in there. I don't know. We'll see what they do. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Just just for the simple fact that it's a new Space Jam. And I remember going to it, with my family and seeing the Space Jam movie. But the part of the trailer that got me the most was when he was like going through the planets, and you could hear the Space Jam theme starting to play. It says "Welcome to the Space Jam." I got goosebumps hearing that. I was like, they remixed it slightly. I was like, that was so good. Just that part in the trailer by itself made me excited. And I mean, I like LeBron. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I like LeBron. He wanted to take this on. So, and I'm happy that he asked me, like, I want to do this. Let's do this. Because for, like, his kids and for, like, that generation of players, or the generation of players and kids that look up to LeBron. Because it's like how Mike was kind of, Mike was the dominant player during that time in 96. LeBron has been the dominant player in the league for so long. It makes sense. Why not put him as a star? So I'm really excited about it. I'm very curious to see, like, maybe a little bit more of, like, what are some of the other surprises they have. Because, the trailer, it's only, like, 2 minutes, I think. So if you have seen the trailer, definitely go check it out. I'm excited for Space Jam. I can't speak for nobody else, but I'm going to be checking it out in a couple of months whenever it comes out. I'm really excited about it. Just as a sports fan, someone who loved Space Jam originally, and just excited that we're actually getting another Space Jam. I mean, think about 2021, we got Space Jam movie, a new Mortal Kombat's coming out, which I will do a podcast for the Mortal Kombat movie, which comes out in 2 weeks, I believe. So there will be a podcast about the Mortal Kombat movie. I just watched Kong versus Godzilla, which I enjoyed. But yeah, I'm really excited about Space Jam. I'm really excited about Space Jam New Legacy. People were complaining about the jerseys and this and that. They also showed the team. I don't know what they're called. The Goon Squad, I think is their name. The Monstars. So I don't like the name for Goon Squads. Monstars will forever be the dopest name. Like, that's such a dope name. Like, Monstars, you can't beat that. Whoever came up with Monstars for the original Space Jam, yeah, you can beat Monstars. Like, you just can't beat it. I think it's actually they showed it up, but I think it's Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, Diana Taurasi. It's 2 other people I can't think of their names. I know it was old girl who had like a game winning shot for like UConn a couple of years ago. I can't think of the other 2 players. Oh, Klay Thompson is one of her. I know her face, but I can't think of her name. It's like Agoye something. I can't think of her name, but I have her face. I know Klay Thompson is one of them. And they also Klay Thompson character's on fire. He should have been water. Splash Brothers. Just saying. That should have been a no-brainer. But yeah, but that's just the first trailer. I'll do an episode of the podcast of my review of the movie when the movie officially comes out in a couple of months. I'm not sure. I think it comes out like during the summer for the most part. I don't remember exactly when. But yeah, I'll do a podcast for that one. But this is for the trailer. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I'm excited for it. I got goosebumps here in the Space Jam theme. I can't wait to see what they do. Thank you for checking out this episode of the Aura Podcast. I greatly appreciate it. Always, you can find me on social media on YouTube, SlicingDicingGamingEntertainment on YouTube, Digital Chef on Facebook, straight_cooking on Twitter, and Digital Chef 35 on Instagram. Also, there's the website, SlicingDicingGaming.com. It has links to everything and the merchandise. Check it out. And my blogs. I greatly appreciate it. Always and forever, Slicing, Dicing Gaming. Not just a motto, it's a lifestyle. I'll see you in the next podcast. Later.